If you realize that you are the director, that you are creating as you speak, as you walk, as you think, as you feel, so you can change all these amazing elements and create a really, really good movie that makes you move forward.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite, well, I don't know about that, but it's your friendly neighborhood Reboot Hero 2, and I am here with a very special guest that I feel unworthy of introducing, so I will allow him to introduce himself. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Chris, so much for this announcement. My name is Milan. I'm Neuro Reprogramming coach here at Elevated Recovery, and I'm basically in charge for your mindset, any kind of mental blocks, limiting beliefs that you are looking to overcome in order to succeed in your endeavors.
Thank you so much. And for a guy that may not have attended your session, you call your sessions Neuro, I'm going to pronounce that word correctly this time, Neuro Reprogramming session, essentially. Could you essentially break down how you would define the term Neuro Reprogramming?
Basically, what we are doing with this kind of internal reprogramming of our thought patterns and also our emotional states. We are able to fully control what we think and what we feel. And by doing so, we can control our internal state. Once we have control over our internal state, we can, of course, choose what kind of chemistry our body is going to kind of produce. So when we are in a good positive state, we are going to, of course, produce positive chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, or whatever it is that our body is producing, right? And if we are always in a state of anxiety, fear, or feeling angry or disappointed or ashamed, right? We're gonna have this chemistry that is affecting our body in a really, really negative way. So it's not kind of a medical thing, but it does affect what we think and feel, what kind of state we are in. It's gonna affect our overall well-being.
100%. And how would you say, for a guy that has a history of compulsive behaviors, like how might a session like this be useful or relevant to him?
Somebody who has compulsive behaviors like this, the first thing they will have as a benefit would be a control, because compulsive is kind of, I don't have control. It's impulsive, it's my urges, right, and I can't do it. I just react to what is happening inside me, right? I don't have any control. I'm a victim, right? So I'm just gonna allow this feeling, this state, to take me wherever you want to take me, right? And usually it leads me to a place where I feel regret, I feel shame about what I did. I'm not really feeling proud of myself, and my self-worth is getting lower and lower, right? So the first thing that can benefit is to have control, like, okay, I'm having this urge, but I have the means and tools to address it, right? To decide, because I'm the one who's making the choices. I'm the one who is behind the wheel, right? I'm going to decide if I'm going to go left or right, right? So once we start with this, that we do have the power of creating our choices, that brings a lot of control, and that's the first benefit, because then we can decide what kind of strategies are we going to apply in order to achieve our goal.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you emphasize the feeling of control or lack of it. You know, once we kind of find ourselves attached to a certain patterns of behaviors and even patterns of thinking, it can be really hard to break that cycle. You know, no pun intended for those of you who have read that book in this group. But for a guy that may not have attended a session of yours, what types of questions should he come kind of prepared to ask in order to get the most out of a session with you?
Okay, so like I said, I'm dealing with things that are happening internally. So whatever that you are noticing happening inside you, it can be a good question, yeah? Especially if you don't understand. For example, why am I like this? Yeah, that could be a question, right? You're searching for reasons why you are behaving in a specific way. And then we talk about your behavior. You describe me, okay, this is the behavior, this is what I'm getting, and I can do some follow-up questions to really understand what is the root cause of the behavior and how you can somehow prevent it. Other stuff is like, why am I having negative thoughts? How can I avoid certain emotions, or deal with certain emotions? Because a lot of people are coming with these kind of questions, right? How can I stop self-sabotage or something like that? So anything that you experience like a form of a blockage, something that is constricting your clarity in a way, or make you limited in any way, like I'm not able, I'm not good enough, or I'm not going to be successful, I'm going to fail, right? All of these kind of things that are happening internally, this is what you can bring to the session, and we can discover what is it all about and what you can do actually about it. And you always can do something about your mindset.
You can always do something about your mindset. It's so true. So for anybody out there that might be struggling with limited self-beliefs, like, this is absolutely the call to attend. You know, we have this concept called Reboot Capital, right? Where we have different aspects of life that we can intentionally invest into. So we have our mindset capital, our physical reboot capital, our dating capital, our spiritual capital, you know, and you invest intentionally in each of these areas to the point where, whether it be or other compulsive sexual behaviors, whatever it might be, just becomes like such a non-factor and like irrelevant because you're so invested in like areas like these. And if I may, one of my favorite parts of your sessions is tips and techniques that I am convinced you're never gonna find in like a textbook. So for example, like, you know, you go into detail on not just how to address limiting thoughts, but literally how to think them in order to, you know, get to where you want to be. Like, my favorite is, it sounds silly, but like, again, you're taking ownership over your thoughts, where you essentially give a limiting belief like a cartoon character's voice or something like that. Did you come up with that yourself, or where did that come from?
No, I didn't come up with that myself.
Oh, okay.
Years of study and combining different kind of approaches. So I found what works best. Not for everybody. What works best for me. Yeah, because I was also dealing with similar kind of things. We all have to go through this. This is a kind of a part of our kind of evolution of growing up or something like that, or developing. So it's a blend of combination of everything that I know, and I find a way to explain to people and brothers who are interested in a very simple way. It is all about understanding that you are the director of the movies, right? Whatever we are seeing in front of ourselves, yeah, on that screen, that's our movie, right? And if you are just like, you know, audience that, you know, just observing, and then you have something to say about it, it doesn't put you in a really good position. But if you realize that you are the director, that you are creating as you speak, as you walk, as you think, as you feel, right? Then that gives you the power to adjust that movie that is in front of you. So you can change all these amazing elements and create a really, really good movie that makes you move forward.
I love that. I just wrote that down. It's one thing to look at your life mindset and everything in between as an audience member, and another thing to come to the realization, oh snap, I'm the director of this movie. I am the director of my life's path, you know? And it's one thing to be a consumer and another thing to be a creator. So I love that you made that distinction. So good. I suppose one final question for you. I know you're a busy guy, so I want to, you know, hold you to that. But basically, it's a bit of a grand question, but I think it's a nice one to end with. What do you say is your favorite part about being a neuro reprogramming coach?
Wow, the best part, and I think my favorite question is, how was this session for you? Yeah, because I know what I'm going to hear from clients and brothers who join me. They're gonna have a really positive feedback, and this is something that really warms my heart. This is the best part, like I'm being able to help somebody with my words and guidance. I don't have actual advices. I help people guide themselves. I'm just help them navigate through the labyrinth of their mind and reach that place that they are looking for. So that's kind of my favorite part about all of this. Yeah, just sharing that joy, because I know I'm able to experience this joy, and my purpose is to help you and anybody else who wishes to also experience the same joy, because it's amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. So for anybody who's interested in attending a session led by Coach Milan, he leads his sessions on Thursdays, every Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope to see you there. And now that you've gotten a feel for what to expect, come prepared with a question. He is here to help. He is here to not just unlock any limiting beliefs, but get you more in touch with that innate joy that is naturally a part of you that those limiting self-beliefs might be getting in the way of. Again, we're trying to hit your reboot from as many different angles as we can, and this is a very effective angle. I get a lot, just listening in on Coach Milan sessions, and I know that you will too. Coach Milan, as always, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris. This was amazing.
All right.